You know that iPhone SE came out after the iPhone 5. They just rebranded it. That was wrong. Was that wrong? Was that wrong?
I just wonder why the information.
Yeah, I don't know why that information did you just learn the information?
No, because
Like,
she said they just released the iPhone SE, but no.
What of the SE they wanted to release? They released it, but like, didn't they say it's like a replica of iPhone 8 or something?
I don't know.
I mean, if you go to the Apple website and you compare it to an iPhone 8, they are very similar.
So they upgraded it.
I don't know. I'm not getting when you talk on. I'm not getting much.
For what?
I'm okay with this.
Should the level there is equating with the friend? That reminds you.
May I have one more payment? After that I'm done. So maybe in the next 2 years, I'll buy iPhone 14.
Yeah, I'm not getting.
Yeah, but for anytime soon, I'm not.
I'm okay.
I'm not paying for anybody's iPhone.
Yeah. I'm okay. I mean, the difference is not that clear for me to want to make this.
I see the iPhone 12 to see your glory and your future.
I mean, there are 4 cameras.
Dami. Yeah, you said
Four.
yeah,
So
just
probably see your spirit.
What
you have one camera. What are you doing?
The 11 has 2 cameras.
the 11
Max Pro Max has 3.
Hey, so it's just 3.
11 Pro has 3.
That phone will just be huge anyhow. 4.
I mean, it's not. It's not.
It's the same size,
If you look
but,
at her phone,
the designs I've seen,
if you look at the display,
it's not going to be.
Well,
It's not going to have this smooth edge like this one's.
Oh, it's be like.
Allegedly.
Oh.
It's going to be like iPhone 5, but big iPhone 5.
Like that.
So I said even the difference is not something I'll think about. What is the difference? Or what difference are you talking about? 'Cause I haven't even looked into. Major differences. I just didn't even care. I saw it. I was like, I would tell, hey, nice, okay.
So there's no somewhere.
I have other things to worry about at the moment, man. Plenty of other things to worry about. But Toma can get it now. Toma spend it. Money flavor Tom.
Speaking doilies.
Tomiwa Tonkoje. Be noodles. Let's sing that song. Where I give us BT.
What song?
Tomiwa Tom. You forgot our song.
No, I know. I do know if it was that way. I don't know what I'm
Give us the beat, man.
I don't know what beats you're asking. You could give yourselves beat every all the time, so.
I forgot the beat here. Wow, people are just going to make me feel like this.
Money chicken flavor. Onions flavor Tom.
Toma, can you see that I'm so eager to sing your song, but you see the both of them.
No, don't say the both of them. It's Dami. Dami is your co-artist.
But you could have given us beats.
I don't know. I'm not a producer. I don't know the beats you're asking for.
You can do this first.
I don't know. People don't pay me enough for that.
You're proud.
They don't pay me at all.
You're just proud.
I agree. But money flavor Tom, you can do this. Mama can get it. Huh?
Tomato sauce.
Someone can get it.
Yeah, no.
She said, please don't do this, sorry.
It doesn't make sense to me. You said you wait for 14.
So
I said next 2 years, but then.
photo have 7 cameras. Have you having 6?
This guy said, guys, I beg, banter me. I need it. LOL, I want to be dragged.
You want to be dragged?
You want to be dragged. You want me to drag
Puff.
Just drop something here. Let me drag you.
If you want to be dragged, go.
Do something stupid.
Go computer village. Go see something. They will drag your destiny.
Justice, you go.
They will drag your destiny. Speaking of jungle justice, what do you guys think about that?
That higher over the head stuff.
I don't think it's
not nice. It's not good.
Take them to jail. Let them go to jail.
Don't burn them alive like that.
That's not nice. It's not fair.
It's funny because one would think that jungle justice existing will be deterrent for other people to stop stealing. But people keep stealing.
But they don't learn, do they?
Things are hard, man.
What
Sexual
harassment?
Me, I'm not been on Twitter. What happened? What did we miss? Did you see?
Tell us, come on.
So come on, tell us.
Please.
Try
Because you're in a say it's Tunsay. They have refurbished your name.
What sexual harassment case? Let me
She said the sex tree.
Let me filter through all the gist I've seen on Twitter.
Maybe they finished for some people.
Oh, it's in the finish.
No computer village for Abuja.
But
you know they for
Kogi.
Kaduna again.
Kaduna. Not Kogi. Kaduna. Kaduna.
Please, what am I doing?
That's a question I'm asking myself.
Who's your loves?
Shut up.
Some say.
Who's your loves?
Change color in my voice.
Tomiwa.
What's up? I was eating.
Shabon.
No, it's off.
I'm gonna set up my phone. Basically, it's not something serious.
By now, you should have a stand or something now.
It's
This is not a
tripod.
This orientation,
Wow,
you just turn your phone. We can't be doing like
We
this.
can't be like this now.
We can't be doing that though.
I cannot be holding my phone. I have to compromise somehow. Let me see.
Something you shut
Shab, do the thing.
have do it.
What's the gist?
No, Jerry.
Shoo.
There's some guy. Okay, basically, what I wanted to discuss is something else. But the backstory is some guy has this habit of having consistently inappropriate conversations with women via text. So things like,
Via what?
via text online.
Text, okay.
So Twitter, iMessage. So he will meet you online and, taking advantage of whatever premise, whether as a mentor or a friend, he starts to have inappropriate conversations, asking inappropriate questions. And it's a different thing, if you just bring it up as per this is what I want. You say no, I move. But he doesn't bring it up in a straightforward manner. He tries to take advantage of proximity to you, and then he does not speak. Like, they'll say no, but he keeps persisting. Maybe 2 weeks from now, you ask again, a month, 3 months, things like that. And so obviously it's inappropriate. Women were feeling uncomfortable, but they, when you don't know if you've been harassed, or you don't know if what they did was actually wrong because of the way society views verbal assault and stuff like that. So they were just gaslighting themselves. But today, you open the floodgates on this young man.
People started to come out of it.
Bro, you see other people with screenshots, and then there's somewhere, he will still end up sending them videos of himself that they didn't ask for, persisting.
That far?
Yeah, persisting that they send him trying to talk about sex, masturbation, and things like that with them. It's ugly as fuck. And the best part is, or the worst part, I finally got to see how difficult. I'm lucky. I feel like most of my experiences in life is always third party. I finally got to see how difficult it is for people who are on the side of the predator. Like every other time, you know how easy it is to, cancel or shout at or drag people that, do the wrong thing. But, not excusing. You're not saying, it's not like you will not still drag your friend. You still call him out, still say what you need to say, do the right thing, but it's hard. I never really got a proper grasp of how difficult it is for people to get to the point where they need to do the right thing. But that aside, thinking about verbal harassment and how vague it is, I wanted to ask a scenario with virtual and real life. If anybody, let me not gender it, but if anybody comes into a stranger's DM, I don't know you, you don't know me, But I come to your DM and the first thing I say is, excuse me, quote unquote, I want to put my penis inside, but I want my dick, or I want to have sex with you.
Locked.
I didn't hear you the first time. I didn't hear you the first time. But yeah, that would, but that's your reaction because it's inappropriate, it's rude. But like outside of thinking about the way, people are always like be straightforward. Don't, don't I think I'm trying to play advocate, but don't what's it called? Don't hide your intention or don't try to be friendly.
And stuff.
Exactly. So based on that, would you consider that type of thing harassment or not? And then think about it in like real life, like you're at a party or at an event, and someone walks up, like, I really like you, or like, I really like you, I'd like to have sex with you. Would you just see it as give your answer and move? Or has the person somehow violated you in some way? That's what I'm thinking about.
You seem like you have something to say.
I mean, I had something to say before she then said, do you just give your answer and go? Because I mean, in this age where they are doing the whole come straight and all that, but I feel like even if I'm saying come straight, I'm not, doesn't mean you should just come and tell me you want to do this, you want to, like, it doesn't work. That's just very rude and stupid. And no, at least say hi, try to start a conversation before you say, okay, I don't want to, just do it like an educated person, not like some illiterates from Oshodi. Don't just come and say you want to do this to me. Like, how? In what world would I even say yes to you?
First of all, Oshodi lives matter. I just want to point that out. Don't discriminate against my people.
No, we're talking about the ones around the bridge, not the.
There are sensible people there.
Not the presidents. Not the president of Oshodi. We're talking about the people that.
That's not Tomiwa. Your internet and your camera is crisp.
No, she's fine.
I'm like, I'm watching. What is? Are you on CNN? What's going on? Why are you so?
Maybe it's lighting.
Try. I'm going to enjoy editing this video.
What's the matter with the good chick?
This is how you can make check.
Not me check.
She said it's not me check.
Are you done?
Yes. I mean, I guess if somebody walks up to you and then says, hey, I'd like to have sex with you. I mean, you don't have to. Don't get mad. Maybe you don't get mad. I mean, you definitely be irritated. It's very easy to just say, sorry, no, I'm not interested in something like that, and excuse yourself from the situation. But I'm just saying that, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. Don't walk up to somebody like that, or don't meet somebody like that. It's very. Even I go to still try to start a conversation after they find girls.
Mama.
Exactly. Come better. Don't just come and
Yes.
you don't work like that.
Funny enough, like the conversation around catcalling. That find girl is hey you over there. Funny enough, when I was thinking about it and all, yes, catcalling has a lot of like what I was thinking. It has a lot of like history behind it that has made it so offensive and annoying. So in my mind, I was thinking like someone might even equate what that person did to catcalling, but then again, I feel like it's not even the same. Like I feel like if some person, I was walking down the road, living my life, and out of nowhere, someone is trying to like get my attention or calling me like sharp, basically the way they do it, it would be more irritating to me than someone coming up to me and saying what they want and then you say no or yes or whatever. And I feel like that would even be like would even classify as harassment more than someone who was trying to be, I don't even know, straightforward. But yeah, it was just like the catcalling thing. It was something that I thought about when I was just like, basically verbal harassment is very, unfortunately, not dynamic, but like unaddressed. So that's what I've just been thinking about. I heard, it was an opinion I heard where it was like, you start, like, it makes you self conscious. And I start to wonder, why me? Like, this person think it is okay to talk to me like this, or why? Like, you start to think way, like, about way more than you bargain to think about. Like, you're out here trying to get to where you're going. And now you have to analyzing yourself when, and you don't even know that, and you like, it kind of takes away from the fact that it's just a bunch of mannerless humans being mannerless humans.
Facts.
You have to like put it on yourself, and it weighs you down, and it can actually affect your moods. Like, just anyway, but that's even not just what that calling is what it is. But as regards the first question, I feel like it's just a matter of who they like, who they raised well, and who accepted the raisement that they gave them in the house. Because I mean, like, I don't know what it's called. No matter how like straightforward you want to be, I mean, there's always, even when I kept thinking of it, trying to justify it or trying to like see how it wasn't wrong. It's like, how would you be okay with just coming with somebody like that? Like,
You know,
Like, how do you have the confidence?
it speaks a lot about it, because even people that come correct, they recognize that they are being vulnerable to an extent. They even cringe at themselves sometimes. They recognize that they are putting themselves out there for a downfall. But for it to just come and just be like, baby,
and yeah, really,
let me.
the things I had today, but that was bad. So
I
try
think it's on Twitter,
I'm on the things.
but I'm not really looking at Twitter today.
that's what it was. They're not really dragging the boy like that. They're dragging him, but
It's dragging.
Are they tired of dragging people on Twitter?
not
We
heavy.
bring him outside.
If somebody is talking about it, they don't have to drag.
Or the right people have not seen the gist?
They should drag him.
If you see, well, if you come across it, it's not even about the right people. The person that called him out is Kiki Molly. It's Kiki that called him out by herself, handle and everything. So it's just, I think maybe like, okay, he's a feminist. He's a feminist ally. So I think that's where the problem is. A lot of them are just,
How is he a feminist ally?
man, they said if you are not like, it's because men, we always find a way to stain your whites and always find a way to embarrass you and always find a way to this and that. That, it's difficult to really give them a place in feminism, because when they start to show themselves, like show the ugly side, it kind of stains the whites of the people that are trying to do the work. But Shasha, he used to call himself feminist. They said he was a feminist. So I think people are really struggling. So this human being that we thought was a human being. So I think that's why
Apparently, it's an animal.
it's still a human being, Sha.
They should drag him.
Anyway, I'll figure it out.
The fact that he does it, especially the fact that it's not a one case scenario. It's serial. It's a serial. It's serial Olushi.
That's actually what it is, bro.
Yeah, he needs to be dragged. He needs to be.
2011, 2015 was in bubble. And still did it up to this year.
2015.
11 or 15, I'm not sure.
As KK does you share. Oh,
Maybe that's how they talk in his house.
maybe that's people used to know to each other. You just say, hey,
The father was it.
yeah, idiot. Wow, I'm fed you,
Still like you're idiot.
Please.
I mean, because some children will just shame their parents. And we're just saying this, but what if his parents actually gave him proper, good, normal upbringing? But he just wants to be useless. Just embarrassing your parents anyhow.
Anyway, Sha.
Oh.
God will help him.
No, I'm actually feeling that this girl's Wi-Fi. Is it Wi-Fi or data reason?
Wi-Fi.
Hey. It's just day.
It's battling.
it's
It just day.
It did. You know who we did.
No, maybe it's the haircuts.
No, I mean the quality of the production of her
haircut. What was haircut have to do?
No, wait. No, like everything is just brand new. Since we started No Table Talk, has Tomiwa gotten her haircut?
Yeah, yes.
She has?
Yes.
Are you serious?
So I don't think that since we started No Table Talk, which was about 4 months ago.
Correct. You know, she went from school to the house and then she's not been able to go out and all that.
See, now they're not Baba.
No, have you been able to cut your hair? Or it's just me?
During Corona, I didn't cut my hair. It was
before I did now.
No, but you didn't never cut.
She didn't even cover her herself.
No, she did.
Where was cut?
She did it herself. She did one smelling cover.
It was cocoa. It was a struggle time. But yes, I did the all back by myself. I did the one by myself.
But this one, she didn't do it herself because it's looking.
It looks nice, Jerry.
It looks really good.
What are you drinking?
I said big check.
Water.
No.
It's water.
Oh, she finished that one.
I know my drinks. When I see them, I pick it up. That was water. You combine the look with the reaction of the drinker to how they sip it.
What are you talking about?
You don't know about it.
You obviously don't even know what you're talking about.
I know you're in the world of Fanta and Sprite.
No, I'm not.
Yes, I am.
You know that's the one on the world.
I'm in the world of strong drink.
What strong drink?
The one that Jesus was turning to wine. That's the level that I'm in. You're in the world of Zobo.
Wow, how?
Oh. Inka, how far now?
I super.
I used to.
I miss you.
I used to do it.
Long time with this song.
So, you're back in school already?
Yeah.
She put is on top.
Now I tell you, let me tell you, school is the path to depression.
I'm not excited. Let's be honest.
My boss nearly killed her child today. This boy, they left him at home for 2 days to join CTLS Zoom class. This boy did not join 2 days. When he finally joined, he was throwing ball up like his teacher kicked him out of the class. So today, he was at the shop and he was at the back with me. He took a nap. He was supposed to start his class by 12. He slept. His mom came 11. Kevin, wake up and eat so that you can join your class by 12. He said 30 minutes more. She gave him 30 minutes. She came back, she told me to wake him up. I said he didn't wake up, but she moved the mat. She moved him with the mat. That scene was so funny. He woke up, he stood up. You know when someone just wakes up and they're like looking for what's going on, what's happening? He started joining the class. This boy will leave the class, we play game. I was started looking at her, this woman that came to drag me on the mat. We are doing like this. She came. He was not in the class, he was playing game on his phone. Unfortunately, he didn't hear her coming. She got him, sir. He first took the phone, texted teacher. Teacher reported him. Beating.
One more.
She gave him like, you know when someone is rushing somebody like, I was like, yeah, please.
How old is this?
Crying. And she was like, he's 11.
Wow.
11. They know Peter. 11.
He's 11 and he's misbehaving
I
like
think I
that.
was younger. I was about to say that. I was about to even just be like, well, this whole period is a huge adjustment.
And she's been saying that Kevin has been relaxing because of this whole, that she wants him to go back to school in October because of this whole thing of staying at home. It's like, it's so easy and he can just do anyhow because they can't really control them from the phone. And she's working, so she can't really go and sit with him every time.
Don't want to go back to school.
There's no time.
People are dead in the news. I don't want to open school in September. And
Yeah, it's really bad though. It's bad here.
The numbers are still rising here.
Yeah, so that's it stopped.
There are countries with less numbers than Atlanta. Than Georgia, sorry. There are countries with less numbers.
And in this Georgia, it's still Cobb County,
yesterday.
Fulton County, and those 3 counties. I don't know why.
I saw it yesterday. Like you're 108
And in my head, I'm like, in this same Cobb County, who has corona?
people now.
people shock you.
People,
Would that be, is it?
I mean,
Think about it. Melody cup county.
what are you trying to say?
Like, where is
Sure,
exactly
we don't
the
enter
location
across.
of the corona?
Then they write that for 4 years. I don't understand. Which kind should be that?
I mean, I
Anybody
just.
figure that now?
location of the corona. What?
I think it's people who test positive and they go back home
Yeah.
and continue their lives.
You don't do.
Quarantine if they want to.
As much as I'm tired of this whole time being at home thing, and I don't want him to go to school because we're unsure about whatever it is that he's going to go in school and how he's even going to work. Even the teachers and all of them, they don't even know how to do
Everybody
it.
cares.
Some needs to go back to school.
Why?
Before this whole thing, family had special classes that you take, like some special English classes. One time I went and he was taking this class where, aside from what everybody else in class is doing, it's like a select students, like a few students that take this special whatever it is. So I guess for his reading, and because the other day I was telling his teacher how he was struggling to catch up because she wants them to read something, but like she's forgetting that some people cannot go as fast as some other students, and they have a limited time because they start 8 and they have to finish 11, so they have to go through all those other all the things they have to go through, and they don't have much time to really wait for somebody that can't read as fast as some other person. So it's the same time for everybody else. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to
So it's like she just talks, but like he needs somebody to calm down and for him to ask questions. And sometimes they can't even ask questions because teacher is doing, you mute this one, let's hear this one. You mute your thing, or mute your own. Let me hear you. Everything's just scattered.
I feel like it's a combination of first of all, it's a very huge adjustment for the children because they're not used to stuff like this. And also even bigger, it's also it's also a huge adjustment for the teachers because this whole online thing, college people are used to it. It's normal. The teachers are used to it. We don't even, our biggest problem is just the technology itself. The technology failing, not them being able to. If it's Zoom classes, the teacher already knows everybody. Then everybody comes and meet everybody. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows how to temporarily unmute and sit down to talk. And plus, we are adults. We can handle ourselves a bit. But the children,
it's not the same for Dami's class. They don't even ever unmute themselves. When they ask questions, they don't unmute. Nobody answers. But like sometimes even for Tomiwa's stuff, Zoom kicks the teacher out. Yeah, and they're just there waiting, hoping that the teacher comes back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge adjustment, child. And you can't blame them because how do they continue school except online? But
I mean, there's no other way.
yeah, there's no other way, but still, it's.
But I was watching the news and in some states, I don't know, this school did this thing where they have a big field, so I guess the parents of the school insisted that they want their children to go to school, so they had canopies outside. So they did the learning outside of the school building. So they had some people in the class inside the building. But like in order to have people spaced out and everything, social distancing stuff, they moved some people outside of the school building as well. So they had a tent where they zipped up and maybe 4 people in the tent and the teacher.
You know what? I was just thinking to myself that could actually make more sense because it even creates more job
because
opportunities.
Because we're saying they should do that in
It create more job
that makes more
opportunities because they can get to hire more teachers.
They pay more teachers.
But I mean, even Tomiwa set up, can't they actually set up online classes for people that were in the special reading classes?
That's why I don't know. That's what I was saying. I'll probably email the teacher and see what. I don't know what that thing is called. So if I'm even trying to ask, I have to know what it is to say. Oh, David used to do this before, and how can he continue to take this class?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that he was there that day and he was telling me that he takes that class at this time.
I mean, I feel like it takes just a bit of navigation. Everything they had in class can be replicated.
That's the thing.
Everything.
It's me that has to come back, or somebody has to then come and go over the whole thing again. It's just stress me.
How is it going for you?
Same thing. Some kicks our teacher out to sometimes and some students. That's the thing that
It keeps them loyal to you.
thing is frustrating.
Funny enough, they've been
Has to keep me out.
doing free testing here, and I think they have 4 positive cases, and school has only been they've only resumed when 2 days, 2 or 3 days ago.
I really want to understand how the social distance. Do you know how many things you have to touch if you're in school?
Yo, I think what I do, I go out, I come back. Before I do anything, I wash my hands, I wipe down my phone. I'll soon run out of wipes. It's not a cost. It's not a fee. No problem.
But I feel like it just can't work with Dami's age.
Yeah.
Age,
It just can't work.
my
Did you
school-
see in the news the school that resumed and all the students in the hallway?
Yo, I saw.
You see 50
As in
students that
high
will
school
come down from the
students,
same door.
they didn't,
You know how many-
and those are the ones that are even supposed to
Before
have
Corona,
better
you know how
understanding
many
of the
people
situation
are
and be more responsible. Put your
Last
mask
time
on.
Corona wants to do
But
it. Same door, you see
no,
somebody
now
touch
talk more of Dami's age. If you give Dami a mask now, you won't
remove
know
it.
where it is. I don't
Teacher-
blame this is
Teacher
kind
was
of
even saying
but
today that
try.
for the my teacher was saying that for the online for the people that don't want to go back to school and for the people that want to go back that they've not told them anything. They don't know how they are going to do it. They've not told them anything. What did you hear?
This one is just trying to get that now.
What did I'm trying to say, but
What did you hear?
I heard they did not told them.
They-
No, they've not told them anything. They don't know how they are going to do it and they want us to do it.
Wait, even with the if some people are going to be in school and some people are going to be online, how is that going to work?
That's what I was asking. She said she does not know anything.
No, you usually have teachers in your class, right? No. Oh, high school. I mean, I can see how it will work for Tamilers.
So what
They have
teacher
two
will
teachers in their class. So one teacher will, like, they set up the camera in a way that is facing the teacher, and the other teacher is controlling whatever, showing the students that are online what they need to see and all that. So I can see how it will work for Tamilers class, but I don't know about you.
You know what I feel? I feel like this may be a very good opportunity for somebody to make money. I feel like this may be a good opportunity for somebody to create a platform where learning, because learning is our home now, learning will be more engaging and fun. Even if it's in the form of like virtual reality or I don't know, I feel like there's just something, I feel like somebody can usually cash out on this and sell that idea to a state and then to catch on and then it's just become a national thing. Because trying to teach somebody one-on-one in person is totally different from trying to teach a group of people online. But first of all, they're not even in that environment to be focused. They're at home. Them being at home alone is already creating an atmosphere of I don't want to be learning, I don't want to be in class. You get there are distractions everywhere. There is internet messing up. There is the laptop or the iPad or whatever messing up. There is the software messing up. There is just a lot of things. But I'm thinking to myself, children have always learned since they were born. Learning has just progressed differently. At certain point, people used to learn with Bunny. People used to learn with all those musicals on YouTube. People used to learn with, they could learn their numbers, they could learn their alphabets. Why can't that continue in why can't that continue in the same manner? Because if us as grown-ups can still admit ourselves that learning is more, we're more interested in learning when it's not just someone is speaking in a monotone voice, when it's something more practical or something regarding objects or something regarding even if it's pictures or something, if we can admit that even us ourselves we are more interested in learning that way. I mean, look at Instagram. The reason why Instagram banks is because we don't need to be looking at reading words. We're just looking at pictures and we just scroll for eternity. So it's always that as humans, there's a certain way we tend to learn. There's a certain way we tend to learn. So I don't know. I feel like there's something to it. It's just not Misha.
Definitely, somebody can find a way to take advantage of it. So times like these are like best times to, let's say, blow to make your money. If you can just figure out where you're needed, give them small something, cash out. They say they're giving you money to fund it, make more, improve.
Yeah,
Just a matter of who wanna do it.
yeah.
But trying
You'll
to,
be alright.
is it?
You'll be alright. That's. Even if it means when he's 14, he's going back to.
What do you want to say?
Even if the next generation of humans will just be behind their ears in education, they will just not. They will not know anything.
Yo, I was talking to someone that is in uni live today, and man,
Those ones, they just have extra year, like.
oh, you didn't offend
What
anybody.
extra year, like?
Just one full
You
year.
like.
You know what I appreciate in this. What I appreciate in this is because especially Nigerians tend to get caught up in a schedule of life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Outside Nigeria, that schedule doesn't. The lines are blurred. After Nigeria, somebody can say, "I'm not going to college."
yeah,
I'm like, "Okay, when I'm 40, I'll go back to college."
that place.
More fluid, yeah, it's more fluid. So I feel like that's something I appreciate about this time. If you don't graduate at 23, you won't die. Your life doesn't stop. You get it's not.
Can't blame yourself because your mates are doing this. Like,
Yeah. So that's one thing, but then that's also subjective to the people looking at it that way. Some people can just be stuck in the extra year, blah blah blah, and they can just be dying and being depressed.
right.
But some people left to the people. So, oh,
Yeah, I see that benefits. But when, because they were just talking about it in the one group, some people are talking about a new group said they will in a few weeks. Another person said Unilag is not saying anything. Another person was just different complaints, and I was like, bruh. Just
I saw someone put online. Someone said that I smell resumption. Another person said, "Hey, block your nose."